a lot of what you all are doing is exploring these materials in different ways. And when I think about you all's work, a lot of what you are doing is you're reclaiming these materials, but you're also giving them new life. And so I wanted to know from you all kind of how, when you're going through your process and you are choosing these materials, how do you all relate to, or maybe that's not the right word, how do you all view the reclaiming, or and whether you use this term or not, but like the giving new life to these particular materials? How are you all kind of formulating, kind of like what that means to you all in real time in your process? I don't know if you've touched on that at all, but I'd be interested to know.
So I'll answer this in the context of me living with my grandmother. She's had a lot of stuff in her house that was collecting dust, and I'm the artist in the house, I'm the creative person. I've always taken something and remaking it, so having to sometimes tell her, you need to give this to me because I can make something more interesting with this. It was just in this room, sitting here. Like, let me make this more. Make this more. And also another reason is because it's in my grandma's house, it has significance to me. Because that's also me putting my grandma's life into the paintings. And she was the person that showed up when I needed a place to stay. So I have to more than she can even imagine, there's another desire to pull her aspects of her life into my paintings, because it's in a way of remembering where I came from. Remembering the people who've shown up when I need them to even make the painting. Who provided the roof that I made the painting under?
That's facts.
For me, it is, again, it was during COVID, and I had access to comic books that I was reading, and I realized, like, mid-book, Black Panther, that there aren't a whole lot of stories like this around. And so, that's interesting. And so I did a little digging, and it's like this percentage of white writers and illustrators in comic books. And now, although we're seeing a bit of a spike in the numbers of Black comic illustrators and writers and even villains and heroes, it's still just a drop in the bucket when you think about the extensive history of comic books and graphic novels. And to me, it's interrupting a narrative of underrepresentation. And taking those materials, breaking them down, and then reconstructing them into stories that speak to me because they're about me, because they're about other people who, usually don't see these stories being told. Because I didn't have anybody to talk to about this, but I'm going to put it on this page. Because it feels like this is an opportunity now for voices to be shared that may not otherwise be heard. And I want to talk about it now in this way. I may not say it, but here it is. It all happened. This is the story. And so interrupting a narrative of underrepresentation and totally representing myself and people who, may feel the same way. And so it's just the Black density of it all for me. But that's essentially what it is.
Those are fantastic answers.